Let's go. Let's make sure our mic. I believe we're on it right now. I hope. It says we're live. My microphone is hooked up. I think we're up, guys. We're up and ready to rock and roll. Yep. What's up now, guys? I'm gonna eat my soup, so hope y'all don't care. Mm. Guys, you're at Real Life and Law, guys. My day was fine inside zone, guys. Let's talk about your life and law. Your life and law, fellas. Come on now. I'm down about 10 pounds, 12 pounds. I got about 6 more to go. But I felt good today. It was had a real good day. It was my what's up? It's me, Harry. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. It's me, Harry. I have reached the top. You go right ahead, Sulfur Love, baby doll. Thank you, Mika. Appreciate you, baby. Thank you. I don't know what you talk about, Willis. Trinidad C decision. Let's all get drunk, fellas. Come on, fellas. Let's all get a little tipsy. I don't do that. I do. Um, Someone wants to know in a community. Ask that question again. Someone asked over here on YT if I have any experience with the FAA. I do not, except when I travel. No experience at all with the FAA. I think it's what she said. FA. Well, thank you, Miss Tanya. A lot of these, and I'm speaking to someone here on YT. Um, when you, I got the question on the community property state, fellas. I'm looking at YT over here, and yeah, listen. If you've applied for some type of a waiver or some type of a pass, I'm guessing it's some kind of disability issue. You're gonna have to get a lawyer. I mean, they have their ways, they have their rules. If you get a lawyer involved and show, you really need to know why they turned you down. Oh, you're trying to get your. I know a lot about child custody. You're trying to get your your private pilot license. I don't know why they would deny you unless you've got a vision problem or if you're a kooky or something. I mean, I don't know. Um, but you're not guaranteed a license, right? It's not a right. So you need to find out why they've denied you and then work from there. Hopefully they've given you enough information to find out, you know, why you denied. In a community property state, can someone make you sell your property. Maybe. It depends. It depends. If you all can't get along, it's like a divorce. If you can't get along and you can't decide who gets the property, the judge will make you sell it. If you can't agree, the judge will make you sell it. Yeah, Mika, find out why you were denied. That's the first thing you need to do. Write them a letter, ask them why you were denied. They should have said that. If they denied you, they should have said that in a letter. That's all I'll have, I think. I'm not going to eat any more of that. I'm going to drink my tea and eat me some fries. So, yeah, community property state, if you can't get along and you don't know how to divide the property, oh, you got a deep. Well, if you got a DUI, you should get it expunged, maybe. Ask them if there's any way to cure that. Yeah, DUI bite you in the ass. Yeah, guys, when it comes to your property, whether you're in a community property state or anything else, if you can't agree, a judge will make you sell your house. They will make you sell. A soup, bean and bacon soup, and I've got some fries, some Red Robin fries. Guys, tap, share, follow. Let's go. Let's talk, 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 talk. I'll be here for a while. Had a good morning, a good day. I didn't get to call any insurance companies, but I was busy doing other stuff. How do you know you got a malpractice case? Someone needs a malpractice lawyer. How do you know you've got a case? Except if you know. Thank you, Miko. Yeah, I did run, Rhonda. An expungement is different in every state. Generally, it's misdemeanors and some lower class felonies, depends on what state you're in. It wipes your record clear. I've done many, many, many expungements. A lot. I've done about 4 or 5 on TikTok. People that have asked me. Mediation went well. My client did not go to jail. We bargained away our jail time. Had to pay for it, but she's not going to jail. And that was the objective. I wanted to try to get her a misdemeanor, and that wasn't happening. There were 3 defendants against my client. It was tough. Oh, Trashman, get you a workers' comp claim, buddy. Get you a good report. So it went well. It almost kind of feels like extortion when you do that, right? Almost always in a criminal case, you can bargain, you can plea with a little restitution. So social. That's right. That's right, Alexandra. I got my money, baby. You cannot private message me. No, if you want me to look at something, you got to book a call. No private message. I won't answer you. I'm celebrating now. I celebrated with a run, prayed a little bit, Things are going in the right direction. Well, that's a good question. So, two parents, two mother and father, one wants to move and the other one doesn't want to. Your daughter needs to show the judge, show the court that it's in the child's best interest. I don't know if she developed that part of her case or not, but anytime you move more than 50 miles as a general rule, anytime you move more than 50 miles, that places a big burden on the other parent to get their visitation. So you need to go to court and you need to explain how moving to Florida will be in your child's best interest, and be prepared to at least offer up that you will pay half of the travel expenses for the child so that way the other fella or lady do not lose their visitation. So I'm telling you, do that. It's all the way you say it. All the way you say it. Being framed. Well, you should have objected to that. Anytime that happens, when someone picks up and moves without notifying the court for that distance, you need to get your ass in front of the judge. That is impermissible because the judge still has jurisdiction. Now, if you wait a while and you ignore the shit out of it, she can establish jurisdiction there, and then you got a problem. I don't understand why people just sit on that shit. And then you forevermore, you're going to be blaming that old lady that moved away. And it's really partially your fault for not picking it up whenever she moves or he moves. You've got to be proactive on that shit. When they do something, just living, Alexandra, general, how does someone establish jurisdiction? Generally, there's a residence requirement. If you move from one state to the next, usually it's about 6 months. Most states are right around 6 months. Once you've lived there for 6 months, the courts there can control the case. Oh, yeah, but it's usually about 6 months. Kind of shaved. Chatty, I just told you, baby. I just told you, Chatty, what to do. Gotta listen, baby. It's really important how you phrase that if you're getting ready to move. It has to be in the child's best interest. If you ain't able to say it's in the child's best interest, let me give you some tips on that. There are certain things to say that you can convince a judge that it's in the child's best interest if you move states. Number one is get good work. If you ain't working where you're at and you move somewhere where the employment possibilities are better, that's a good one. The second one is moving to where you have some support, a support system. If you can tell the judge that you're moving to establish or to get better support system, because that sorry bastard ain't helping, right? That's what you say. He's not helping. So I have to go somewhere where I can get help. Those are two big ones. You got family or friends or something. That's the way to do that. Depends on how you phrase it. There's several factors that a court will look at to see if it's in the child's best interest, and those are the two best. Employment opportunity that you can't get where you're at, and social and family support, especially if that other spouse is not helping. So that's a good argument. Lord have mercy. It has been a day. Come on, guys. If you're looking in on me on the YT, thank you very much. If you're looking in on me from Facebook, FB, holler at me. Let's talk a little bit. And if those of y'all don't know, I'm visually impaired. The sound is coming from my ears. Thank you. I can't see the comments, but I can hear them. If I miss your comment, repost it. I'm not trying to ignore you unless you talk about something stupid that I don't want to talk about. This is your live, and I'm here to talk about you. If you've had an automobile accident or you know someone that's had an automobile accident, I only get 20%. Just 20% when I settle your case. That's it. It's a flat fee. Just sent a contract out to a lady today. Hopefully she signs it. Just 20%. Come on, guys. It's Friday night. What's up, Math Josh? How you doing, my brother? What's up, fellas? Let's get it going. Come on now. I think they went to Anthony. I think they went to yeah, hey, you are getting lazy on me. You gotta share this screen out and like. I don't care if you give me any gifts or not. If you truly want to contribute, this platform takes a lot of those gifts. They've really started taking more over the last month. I've noticed a huge decline. So don't do that. If you're going to do something, purchase a piece of merchandise. If you really want to support, purchase merchandise. Bring me in some automobile accidents. Look around books. Tap, share. The gifts ain't working out for everybody. TikTok has really started putting the squeeze on people. We closed, Matt Josh. I got my money today. Marianne is celebrating with a Costco pizza, I think, her and Elizabeth. I don't know if any adult beverage is involved, but I know they went to Costco. So if you really want to support me, I appreciate it. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Yeah, I'm going to try to aggressively get us a pool. Yep. Yep. Well, I got to find a builder. I've got a friend here in Kentucky, but I'm trying to find somebody. I know a lot about wills and trust. Yes. You'd have to book a call first. Let me talk to you about your case. and then I could give you a price. They don't really have to be state specific, but every state. No, no, they don't need to be. Yeah, I've got a worksheet. No, they don't have to be state specific. You don't have to have a new one when you leave. You just need to make sure when you leave that you include some of that property. Generally, a will be probated where you have property or where you pass away. Either way. Yeah, but you can probate a will wherever you have property or wherever someone passes away. So if you've got a hunk of ground and you move out of state, that will still be probated, can be probated in that place where you had your property. It's like a trust. You can take a trust anywhere. Now, there are certain requirements. One state might have some kind of requirement that another state don't have. I litigate all kinds of shit. Business torts. What do you mean business tort? Were you talking? You're talking something like you just read it out of a book. Business tort. That could be anything. What's a business tort? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, okay, intentional interference of business. That would be a business tort, as you say. Yeah, those are easy. They're contract disputes usually. They're contract disputes. And if they're not party to a contract, then you have to prove all that stuff is you have to prove. Jacob, you have to prove it. It's not enough for you to say it. You got to prove it with documents that they interfered and how did they interfere. And it depends on what you call interfering. What you call interfering might not be interfering under the law. Because lawyers don't call it business torts. No. I mean, that's what it is, but a lawyer don't call it that. I can always tell non-lawyers because they try to speak like a lawyer. Lawyers don't speak a lot of times like that. Whenever I hear someone on here cite to a case or say a legal term, I know they're not a lawyer. Almost always they're not a lawyer. Come, Judy, thank you, Alexandra. Judy, I was wondering who I got a notification that someone ordered some merchandise. Thank you, Judith. That's the way you support me. If you want to support, do that. Sign up as a subscriber. That's a good way to support me. But these gifts, I would rather you give them somebody else because they take most of the money. Like I got off my live today and I was here an hour and a half and I made 12 cents. Used to, you are real good about gifting. Used to, I'd make $3 or $4, which ain't much, but that's how much they started taking from everybody. So if you want to support, you can buy me a cup of coffee through the CA, through that link I've got on here. You can buy merchandise, you know. I've got, a lot of ways you can support if you want to. I know it's a shit ton, Jasmine. FOP. That's it, Anthony. That's all right, Judy. You're good. Thank you for the merchandise purchase. Thank you very much. You gotta let everybody when you get it. You gotta let everybody know. You gotta come on here and tell everybody how good it is because it's good merchandise. I developed the slogans that are on the stuff, and I picked the merchandise because I thought it was good stuff. The t-shirts, the sweatshirts, good material. Guys, and sign up for my newsletter. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, FOP? Federal Order of Police, Fraternal Order of Police. That's the only thing I know what FOP is. The Fraternal Order of Police. What is your FOP? FOP, you know me. Your final order of protection, if you've got a protection order against someone, they generally have a time frame on them. Sometimes if you've got an order for protection for a case that you're involved in a case, it will probably go away when that case goes away. Otherwise, it should say it in the protection order. Who did you get an order of protection against? And it's not a domestic? What's up, Miss Dugan? Over on the YT. Thank you, baby, for watching. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? What's up, Yaki Roach? What's up? Judy Judith. Judy Judith. Oh, you got a temporary? I mean, I don't know what your state says. I don't know. My day was fabula. This is the word of the day, guys. My new word. Fabula. Fabula. It's not fabulous. It's fabula. Not fabu. Fabula. My own word. I coined it years ago. Fabula. Fabula today. De Boston. Guys, we have royalty in the house. Miss de Boston. De Boston, as Anna called. De Boston. It sounds important. Way to go, de Boston. Hey, you got to have insurance. Yeah, that's it. Way to go, de Boston. That's magnifique, exquisite. Parlez-vous français? Magnifique. Moi, 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 de Boston. That's better than what you talking about. Oui, oui. No, you can't unhear that. Yeah. We did, Robert, wrap up the condo. Got another one of them damn puzzle pieces. I never understand them. What's up, Deb? Deb, I got some Red Robin fries. I had some soup and I got some tea. I won't sleep tonight. When I run late in the day, I don't rest well anyway. I got, did I tell you I got 6 miles in? 6 good miles. Thank you. Coup de grace. Thank you, Sherry Dugan. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'll rest tonight, Alexandra. I'll get to bed tonight. I'll sleep good. Anna and I are going out for lunch tomorrow. She tells me. Yeah, I'll be all right. I mean, I feel good. Thank you for she got a golf clap over here in YT land. There ain't much. We don't have much options over here in Eastern Kentucky. There, our lunch is not much. Our options are slim and none. I got a breakfast crew that I normally eat with, and I might go up, but so I might not be here early in the morning. I got a group that I usually eat breakfast with, so I'm gonna go and probably have some tea with them. A little slim with a little none. Is that a small none, or are you just talking about none as in zero? Would that be a none with a habit, or you know what I mean, Fern? A none with a habit? I think I was a little dehydrated. I didn't take in much fluids. One bottle of water today. So I'm doing it right now. I got about 40 ounce, about 50 ounces here. I'm really blind as a bat. I mean, really. Yeah, I'm hydrating. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff here. I don't drink enough water, like especially when I run. But now it when it's when the weather's like this, it's around 40, 45 degrees. It's deceptive because you really do sweat more than you think. And I should I should drink about 75 ounces a day, and I don't. I probably drink probably drink about 60 ounces a day. Today, I'm under that, though, but I'm gonna make up for it here in the next 4 5 hours. My doctors tell me, like, when I went and had my labs done now which by the way yeah, which by the way, Anna, UK called me about my labs, but now she didn't leave any instructions, so I guess if there was an emergency, she would have said something. She didn't leave any instructions. She just told me to call her back about my tacrolimus level. I don't know what that's about. You'd think she would have left a message. That was kind of silly. Well, there ain't much tea in these tea bags. It's mostly water. It's hot water. These are tea bags left over from this morning. I don't waste anything. Well, Anna does all that for me. I didn't think about that. It might be in my, and it might be in my portal if they have them. But now my tacrol, I take a certain medicine. It's an anti-rejection medicine, and it's got levels, and it was way off the last time, so I had to retest to make sure it wasn't a lab error. I like peach herbal tea. Yeah, I like peach tea. Yeah, Anna checks mine. I don't know if she's still on the chat or not. Because if UK called me, then that means they've got it. All of that stuff is usually really good for me. My sugar, my iron, my LDL, HDL, all that is usually really good. You can't tell me from a normal person usually. Good job, Cheryl. 61. What was it, Bob? Bad or good? The suspense is killing me. I mean, I felt good today, so but that's not unusual. Sometimes my labs can be off and I still get out like a moron and get out and run. Yeah, I didn't do Quest. So it went from 10 to 1 point. She called me, but she didn't leave a message. What was my other stuff? Was it good or not good? My creatinine, or did they even check it? Yeah, ain't that crazy? So they want me to do 1.5 in the morning and 1.5 in the evening. Huh. Well, they did a blood panel. They did a renal panel on me. That's what the lady at the lab said they did a renal panel too. Okay. Well, see, that's what I was on. I mean, that's what the hell I was on. Okay. All right. So 1, 5, and 1. That's what I was on before. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Well, that sucks. So I'll repeat labs like Wednesday, and we'll have them by Friday, I hope. And then that way I know. What's up, Scott? Thank you. I don't have a 10-gallon hat. Thank you, though, for watching me, guys. Scott, share the live out there, or however y'all do it. I'm an attorney, Scott. I'm here usually most every night and in the mornings. So this is your page. I'm an attorney. Yeah, I'm going to fly. Yeah, Mana's going to drop me off. Tacrolimus is one of those anti-rejection medicines that they put on you. It's a better version of one of the old school medicines. I'm only on one. I don't know about that, Bob. They're gonna put Anna's gonna put me on a plane with my name tag so I don't get lost. Woohoo! The only thing I know of about the postal job, someone said they were a creator and they did. Oh shit, K Rob. You don't know. God, yeah. I'll tell you, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Got story time for you. If you know my other daughter, Elizabeth, she and I should not be out together by herself, right? So we just shouldn't because she doesn't think and I can't see. So I had to go to this conference out in Baltimore, right there in DC, in that little triangle there. So our our conference, I believe, was in Baltimore. So I decided to take Elizabeth. So right off the bat, we're sitting at the damn gate. We're sitting in the lobby. We hadn't boarded yet. We hadn't boarded yet, so we're sitting there, I'm reading, and I don't know what Elizabeth's doing, she's goofing off, and then all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker says, "Mr. Cisco, message for Eugene Cisco, your plane is about ready to board." And I looked at Elizabeth, I said, "Are you not paying attention?" She said, "No, I'm not paying attention." So we had to hustle our asses out to the gate, and they were holding the plane for us, which they probably wouldn't do that these days. This has been many years ago, and so that's story one. This trip was full of stories. So when I got there, the hotel was huge. It was, aside from a casino, it was the largest hotel I'd ever seen. I mean, it was massive. And so one of my workshops, and I was presenting workshop, was in a Potomac room, Potomac. And, I don't see well. So Elizabeth, I said, you got to help me find this room. We walked, we walked forever. And, and I, I knew we had passed it up, but I don't see. So I told Elizabeth, I said, have you not seen um, the Potomac? And she stopped and she thought. She said, there was a room back there. I thought it was the Potomac. I said, Potomac? She said, yeah. I said, no, that's Potomac, not Potomac. So we had to go back. It was it was a fun trip. Yeah, we can't travel together. Yeah, we can't we can't we can't travel together. Potomac. I said, "Come on, damn it. That's not Potomac." And now your sister's real smart. She really is. She's clever. She's clever. And if she's sufficiently motivated, she can learn. She has to be sufficiently motivated. You are a good travel companion. Anna is a good travel companion, I've got to say. We've had fun every time we go out. She takes me to my doctor's appointment. Hicks. Come on, Riddick. What the hell you mean Hicks? I wear that as a badge of honor. You cannot offend me with that word. Hillbilly, hick, you can't offend me. No, Elizabeth is oldest. Allie is older, then Elizabeth, then Anna. Yeah, you cannot offend me with those words. Hayseed, hick, hillbilly. I've heard it all. Man, that Savannah Guthrie case, that sheriff just is a complete imbecile. He is a stooge. To watch him explain about that glove and all that other stuff was so painful. He is so in over his head. And then, of course, I did a video on how they're involved. And I said this days ago. Days ago, I put a video out there how these guys are probably in a dick measuring contest, and that's exactly what has happened. TMZ reported, and the sheriff didn't do a lot to dissuade that they're fighting over turf. Sheriff got that DNA and sent it off to one of his boys' labs, right? He couldn't send it to the federal government lab. He had to send it to a lab where he knew somebody, and they just got it. They're in a dick measuring contest. And that's been the problem with this whole case. It happens all the time, so it ain't new. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bondi, but that sheriff is just a imbecile. Yeah, 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 and then they found this damn glove 2 miles away. Yeah, what the hell's that glove doing 2 miles away, and they picked it up? Like, what were they l I mean, how did you just come across the damn glove? Well, that sheriff not too smart. I'm sorry, it ain't it just he's dumb. You can tell by listening to him, he's dumb. And I don't like to say that word. I don't like to say it, but he's dumb. Crazy. He needs to play back some of his interviews so maybe he'll get better at it, at least get better at it. Well, a lot of the stuff they're doing now should have been done weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. A lot of that shit that they're doing right now. Well, he's a politician. That's what he is. You know, the people in his hometown probably like him, but he has made that whole town look small. It's just crazy. Well, he got on the phone or he got on an interview today and said he don't think it was a family member. I mean, but he don't know shit from apple butter right now. He's so confused, and now all that sheriff is trying to do is cover his ass. There ain't nothing about new information or anything. He is in damage control mode right now. That's all. Damage control is all. Well, Kathy, you can disagree. Look at the video. No, I think he's just in cover up mode. There's nothing new that he's going to tell anybody right now. They're fighting between him and FBI. Yeah, some cops. Well, he said it wasn't in the house. See, he's saying that glove wasn't in the house. It was found outside. I mean, what a dude. Yeah, he's a doofus. I don't think the mom's passed away. It if that someone in the chat has TDS. Someone has TDS. A felony th If you have a felony and it was adjudicated and busted down as a misdemeanor, yes, it should be able to be expunged. Yes. If it was charged as a felony and then they pled it down as a misdemeanor, yes, you should be able to get that expunged. Someone's got TDS in here and I love it. Oh, it cracks me up. No, Pedro. No, they ain't no similarity. No similarity. Oh, Kenny, come on. Trump derangement syndrome. Trump deranged syndrome. Somebody's got it in here. Somebody just left me a hate comment. I mean, they yeah, Pedro. Thank thank you, Sherry. Good night, baby doll from YT. Thank you. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Like we weren't even talking about. Oh, the sheriff got TDS or the sheriff shoved up Trump's ass? Sherry baby. Uh, that's that that bullshit with Bill Clinton is stupid. Listen, if y'all buying into that Bill Clinton conspiracy and the son-in-law and all that, that is just a utter crock of bullshit. And I don't even know how you connect the dots. A scrubber or whatever, that's the craziest conspiracy theory I've heard. It's crazy. I honestly think they went in to rob her. They got into a tussle, and then something happened that caused her to pass away, and they just took her. That's what I think. Or maybe they hurt her, or maybe they weren't expecting her. So I think, what's up, Scott? Uh, I think she was hurt in the house, and they took her, and it's nutty. That's nutty. Nutty. TMZ is a rag magazine. I don't really trust them because they have fallen sucker to all of those ransom reports. None of those ransom reports are credible. None of them. And TMZ falls for it every time. But TMZ gets clicks whenever they do that. So it's in their interest to put out anything that someone shows them. There's so much information out there now. that the FBI will not ever be able to unravel this. That they'll never be able to unravel it. It's so messed up. TMZ could be making it up. I would say TMZ could be making that shit up. Right. It's awful hard to win a medical malpractice. It's very only about 1% of medical malpractice cases win. You don't really have to lose a limb or pass away, but they're hard cases, right? The more you're hurt, the better the case is. But you still have to prove that the doctor did something wrong, and that's hard to do. Just because something went wrong doesn't mean a doctor caused it to go wrong, and that's what people don't understand. What's up, Nick? So this is about medical malpractice, right? So this is what you need to know is that a doctor can have a bad outcome. You can have a bad outcome. That doesn't necessarily mean that that doctor did anything wrong. The standard is the doctor has to fall below the standard of care. And that's, you know, and that standard of care breach has to cause the injury. So just because, and even if he fell below the standard of care, it might not have caused the injury. You might have went into the hospital with 10,000 things wrong with you. And if that doctor screwed up one of them, that wasn't the cause of you passing away, it ain't malpractice. So it's really, really difficult. Just because you had a bad outcome doesn't mean there was malpractice. And most people can't get their brain wrapped around that. Most people can't get past that hurdle. Now, just because you got hurt doesn't mean a doctor did it. I mean, that's where the nuts of a medical malpractice case is. You have to prove that the doctor fell below the standard of care, and then you got to prove that that breach of standard of care caused the injury. If that makes any sense, and it's tough. It is tough. What's up, FB? How y'all doing tonight out there in FB land? And poor old, I mean, and Sean Hannity has Nancy Grace. Yes, the UCC. Most judges don't like you to argue the UCC. It's very cumbersome. Most lawyers don't know how to argue a proper UCC argument. I've done a couple UCC arguments in my legal career, but not many. Um, Usually, like on returned items, non-conforming goods, or something like that. A UCC is a Uniform Commercial Code. Usually involves with the transaction, the sale of goods, contracts. You'll find a lot of stuff in the UCC, but most lawyers don't argue it. Most judges don't understand it. And There is nothing there is n there is nothing there is nothing in the UCC about child support. Nothing. And whoever told you that's trying to sell you a sack of shit. No, the UCC and child support. I don't know who told you that. That's batshit crazy. Crazy, I say. Crazy. Crazy. You don't gotta have a contract. It's state law. Numbnuts. There is such a thing as child support. You bought into somebody's kit out here on these platforms selling you a bunch of shit. There is child support. It's state regulated. Oh my God, no contract. You had a contract. You had a contract the moment you laid down with that person and produced a baby. You had a contract to take care of that little child. That's your damn contract. And then the state just codified it. I don't give a shit what kind of case law you cite me. No, you're crazy. You had a contract when you did that. When you laid down and made a baby, you had a contract. Now you're trying to be a weasel and find some stupid way around it. Good grief. That wasn't true. Yes. Signed it with something. Signed it with a little something, something. Put a ring on it. No. What's up, Kevin Costner? I loved you. I loved you in Tin Cup, Kevin Costner. Loved you in Tin Cup. Tin Cup was really funny. First off, someone wants to know if a doctor breaks a bone during surgery and then admits it, is that malpractice? Not necessarily. If that was an assumable risk, it depends on what kind of surgery it was. Depends on what kind of surgery it was. Look at the waivers and look at the assumable risks. And then just because a doctor says it doesn't mean he'll admit to it during depositions or during interrogatories. Doctors, people say doctors and nurses say shit all the time, and they don't. You still have to get an expert. You have to get an expert to say that that doctor screwed up. Doesn't matter what that doctor says. You got to get another expert to say that that doctor screwed up. And I'll guarantee you, you won't be able to find a medical record where that doctor said, oops, I messed up. But if you do, holler at me because I'd love to have that case. Would love to have that case. You don't know how many people say, but they said they admitted it. No, they ain't going to admit that. No. Find it in the record. Find it in the record. You can't find it in the record because it won't be in the record. I do civil cases. Yeah, that's what lawyers do. Yep, I sue people. Guys, I do. I doing some work with the Mark Lanier Law Firm. Look at my sticker up there. You'll be able to see it. If you've been involved, if you've been taking Wegovy or Ozempic and notice that your vision not quite right, we can help you. The Lanier Law Firm is the Mac Daddy when it comes to asbestos litigation, asbestos related cancer, mesothelioma, and silicosis. just so you know. And I do 20% on car wrecks. 20%. 20% out there. If you've had a wreck and you were hurt, if it wasn't your fault, and if you had insurance, 20%. That's it. 20%. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then take a look at my sticker up there. That's the kind of stuff I'm working with the Lanier Law Firm on. Take a look at his page too, by the way. I always ask people, do a couple of things. Go to my profile and then show my YouTube some love. Show my Instagram some love and my YouTube. Show them some love. Subscribe and follow. Come on, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? Cheryl, if you've got several different cases, that's a problem. I don't know how you have several different cases. It sounds like you got a problem. No, not your cases. I mean you. If you've got more than one or two cases floating around, I don't know what that says about you, Cheryl. I'm worried for you, Cheryl. I'm worried for you, Cheryl. If you've got a lot of cases, don't sound too good. Normally, I stay away from people that's got a lot of cases. I'm just saying. That's a way to scare a lawyer off. If you tell them you got a shitload of cases, they don't want to hear that. They think you're nuts. And I say it with love. I'm not trying to be mean. But to tell a lawyer I've got a lot of cases I need help with, that's not a winner. That's not a winning opening line. I'd probably start out with one case. And then once you get them sucked in, maybe ask them about these other things. But you go scare them off. Just FYI. I'm here to help. Here to help. Sorry. Guys, follow me, dad blame it. Give me a follow. Doesn't hurt you. Thank you, Anthony. Only 20%. That's it. If you were hurt and it was insurance, I'm your guy. If you've been diagnosed with some type of asbestos related cancer, I'm your guy. I'm, work- I'm working with the Lanier law firm. If your old lawyer, Skull Helmet, I love you. You paying my salary? Oh man, Skull Helmet's on the scene. Thank you. If your lawyer, someone wants to know what happens if your lawyer closes their practice. In most states, lawyers are supposed to have a succession plan, right? So I would call that lawyer's office and ask them what they did with your case. They can't just leave you hanging. They should refer you to someone else, but you need to be proactive. Call his office or her office and find out who is handling your case now. I love Skull Helmet, man. He's looking out for me. Told me to take a break. Love you. I love you, Skull Helmet. I really love you. I do love you. You complete me, mini me. You complete me, mini me. It's getting late. What's up, Pretty in Pink? One of my favorite movies, by the way. I'm not a big fan of Molly Ringwald, but that was a very good movie, I thought. back in the day. Liked it. Liked all those kind of Brat Pack movies. Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Less Than Zero was very good. I think that was Matthew Broderick. Was that Matthew Broderick? Le- Less Than Zero, very good movie. Or was it Robert Downey? No, I don't think there should be any additional fees. Yeah, I'm tired of Guthrie case. I just want it to be over. I wished I put a TikTok out there on this. Savannah just needs to open up that purse. Robert Downey, Less Than Zero, very good movie. I would recommend it to anybody. Very good movie. Compelling story, and he's just a good actor. He's one of my favorite actors. What's up, Vicky McDonald? What do you mean she got to pay for the body? Oh yeah. What's up, Phoenix? How are you doing, Phoenix? Rising from the ashes. Yeah, Less Than Zeros of. I mean, it's a really class. It's a good movie. Y'all should watch it. Um, and you know why? Yeah, I am burning. One of the movies that I have seen in the past couple of years that I thought was excellent, and I was totally surprised by it, and it was that Uncut Gems. And I am so shocked that Adam Sandler did not win an Oscar for that performance. That movie was so intense, and it was unlike anything that Adam Sandler has done. A great movie. But now, boy, it'll bump your heart rate up. It's a good movie. I was totally. Oh, what's up, Allie? Yeah, I wasn't expecting that from Adam Sandler. I mean, that movie started out at a 10 and stayed at a 10. It was intense, and you felt bad for him. Like he was such a pathetic character. You just felt bad for him. I'm in Kentucky. Yeah, Uncut Gems. I said the name. Oh, you saw the live on Facebook? Thank you. And you moved over here. I could practice. I could practice. Thank you, Allie. I could practice in uh, if you wanna pay me to go, getting an out-of-state lawyer is very expensive. No, I do commute. Yeah, I'll be they don't need a trust. No, if they have a will, they don't need a trust. No, you don't need a trust. Incorrect. You don't need a trust. If they have a will, that should be sufficient. Rhonda, you are a lady of many talents. Yeah, they got a trust. Oh, Travel Girl? Rhonda is my daughter, Travel Girl? I don't think so. That's not Allie. She's not Travel Girl. Why the hell did you change your name? Okay. Alright. Alright, Allie. Why'd you do that? Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Oh, Allie, okay, I got you. Okay, guys, follow my daughter. She's starting well, she's been doing some of this for a while. Follow her, your travel girl. Follow her, follow her, follow her. You got to put content out there, Allie, and let people know. Y'all follow her, get some travel tips. Okay, good job, Al. Come on, guys, you got to follow her now. Let's hit her. Thank you, guys. Follow her. We can do that, Allie. Get me a schedule. Tell me when, we can do that. Let's go, guys. All right, Jordan, it was good. I don't know what you talk about a lifetime stay. Someone asked about a lifetime stay. I don't even know what you're talking about. What's the difference between a will and a trust? Listen, a trust is a contract mostly. A trust avoids probate. There are two basic types. There's a lot of trusts, but two of the most popular trusts are a living trust and an irrevocable trust. But a trust avoids probate. You don't have to go through the probate process. A will does. A will is probably cheaper than a trust. Those are the two big differences. Good job. What's up, guys? Give her Yeah, I can't go out of the country. I can't go out of the country. I just don't want to. My health is fragile. 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 'Cause I'm fragile. Fragile. That's why. I've had kidney transplants and my kidney right now is not working well, and the last thing I wanna do is be stuck on some damn boat and I have a medical crisis. I don't want that to happen, so I'm gonna stay on the good old US of A. I'm gonna stand on terra firma. Terra firma. That's why. Because I don't wanna get out somewhere and have a problem. That would suck. That would suck. That would be horrible. Now, I look smart. Mild man mild-mannered Clark Kent. No, I've had these for a while, Allie. I broke my really good ones. Sad face. I'm gonna take them to that eye place next week and try to get them fixed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Broke them last night while I was doing a live. Well, they were already broke. I was trying to fix them. I did answer your question. Your question. I did answer it. Yeah, it was sucked. Yeah, I'm so mad. I got them right. They're right over there. Those are my favorite. A lifelong stay. I don't know what you mean about there ain't no such a thing as a lifelong stay. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by by lifelong stay. You I don't know what you mean. You gotta tell me more. That's silly. Lifelong stay. Come on. I don't know what that is. Help educate me. I would like to know. Don't leave me hanging. Come on, guys. Over here on the FB, guys, and CDs are horrible investments. That's not an investment. Certificate of deposits? No. Nah. Best investments, safest investments, mutual funds, index funds, sprinkle in a little crypto maybe, but nothing crazy. You shouldn't put more than like 5% of your money into a crypto. Now, I bought a bunch of crypto about 7 years ago, and it has done quite well. Oh, the B was definitely better. And if your mother hadn't have dropped the F bomb, I would have posted that, Anna. But your mommy was swearing. She would really be angry if I posted that. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Uh, yeah, that I'm making pizza tomorrow, but I'm not making my own dough. I got me a Walmart ready-made crust. Hell, no, it's tonight. It's tomorrow night, Bob. We'll make it if you want to come over tomorrow. We'll make us a shift or not a shift. She didn't wait long, did she? I was still laying. I was still laying on the ground. Since I've had my kidney transplant, I can't have any life insurance. That's what. Oh, okay. That's what they've told me, that I can't have a I can I've tried to buy a small policy, but since I've had, my kidney transplant back a long time ago, people are telling me I can't, and I called a couple places and they won't insure me, even for a small damn term policy. Yeah. What's up, Yacky Roach? Man, I got some more drink. It's hard for me to reach it. I'm gonna see if I can. Matlock, I've been following that damn Guthrie case. I almost wish they'd find her in a ditch. I know that's not popular, and I probably shouldn't say it. Marianne's gonna get really mad at me for saying that. Yeah, I just wish they'd find her in a ditch so we could just move on. I mean, I hate to say that, but she's already passed away, I'm sure. So if they just find her in a ditch, if they just find her in a ditch, we'd be all we everybody would be better off. She ain't running nowhere. She's 84. She ain't running nowhere. She is not running anywhere. Yeah, she's I don't know. I don't know who did it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's everybody's saying the son-in-law. Yeah, it's unfortunate. A judge does not have arresting powers, but they can throw your ass in jail for contempt. They can put you in jail for contempt, but they can't arrest you. They don't have arresting powers. If you mess up in front of them, if you're discourteous, they can put your ass in jail. A judge can. They can put you in jail. They can put you in jail, not just holding. They can stick your ass in jail. No, I think it's the Illuminati. Yeah, the Illuminati. I think it's the Illuminati. That if I was betting, it would be the Illuminati. You know, they're in control of everything. So I think it's them. I'm laying my marker down right here. You heard me say it. It's the Illuminati. Yep. I studied on it a while, and Elizabeth knows a lot about that Illuminati thing. Me and Elizabeth have studied on this, and I think it's Illuminati. You all be shocked when that happens. Yep, Illuminati. I think that's it. Or Jay-Z. We did sell a condo. What's the proof? They didn't need no proof for the Illuminati. They're everywhere. The Illuminati is everywhere. Savoir faire is everywhere. It's like the Illuminati. Everybody watch that cartoon? Savoir faire is everywhere. I'm gonna make mincemeat out of that mouse. It was Philip. He did not go to jail yet. She ain't running from nothing. She's 84 years old. Stop it. She can't hardly run to the bathroom, I'll bet you. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying she's 84. She ain't running nowhere. This ain't a movie. She ain't running nowhere. Stop saying that. God. Yeah. I hope they find her. I hope they find her in a ditch and quick. I mean, I just hope they find her. It's just this is I almost said the R word. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous that we're focusing this much attention on some 84-year-old woman when there's a lot of other shit to worry about. It was fun for a couple of days, and now, damn it, we got to move on. Collectively, as a society, we got to move on. I mean, and I feel bad for her. If my mama was lost, I'd feel bad for her. I mean, hell, we got to move on. It's just crazy. Crazy. I don't know. Probably Anthony Hopkins has her in a basement. I'll bet you. That's my next theory. If it's not the Illuminati, Anthony Hopkins, he's still alive, right? He has her in a basement. Jodie and Jodie Foster is on the case. Yeah, yeah, TMZ is bullshit. Yeah, yeah. TMZ, I'm about done with them too. They're nothing but a rag. I don't believe anything they say. It's like the Inquirer or the Star, and that's really what they are now. They're the Inquirer. They're the Internet Inquirer. Me too, Rhonda. I'm with you on that, baby. I'm with you on that. Yeah. You notice that shit in Minnesota has calmed down. I think she might be related to all that stuff in Minnesota because the moment she gone missing, we didn't hear nothing about Minnesota. We ain't heard nothing about him. Thanks for the gift. Woohoo. I know, Anthony. I love a me some baseball. Pitchers and catchers. Don't pitchers and catchers report next week? No. Well, Tom Holman kicked ass over there. That's what's Yeah. I would say Tom Holman probably went over there and told all them unintelligent people over there. He probably said, "Listen, you all don't get with the program. You have 0 idea what's about ready to happen." And he probably told them in good plain language that bad shit was about ready to happen if they didn't shut their mouth. ICE could have taken her. Did she look foreign? ICE probably took her if she looked any at all foreign, I would say. I don't know what she looked like. I don't think I've ever seen a picture that I recognize. I don't watch. She did look foreign, not ICE worthy. That was funny. Not ice worthy. No, not enough brown. A little bit more brown. I That's funny. Okay, funny. Woo-hoo. They ain't gonna do that. That government shutdown is bullshit. Cause ICE is already funded. That government shutdown, they're at it again, and it's not gonna do anything for them. ICE is already funded for, like, the next 3 years. So they're shutting down just for stupidity. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm anxious to see how much money I make when I get out of here. It's gonna be like 10 cents. So, guys, I said it. They are, Anthony. So, guys, I've said it before. If you really want to support, consider a subscription. That's a real way to support when you do these coins and stuff and these gifts. TT takes about 70% of those gifts. And thanks for the follow. So, if you wanna support, try to find another way to do it. Um, you know, TT is just, taking all that money from everybody. Now, I don't do this for money on the gifts and stuff. I just don't do it for that. But if you really wanna support, yeah, if you really wanna support, my, subscription is the way to do it. I would appreciate that. But that because you get good value for a subscription. Uh So yeah, some of these creators, I'm listening to them, and boy, they are moaning and groaning. People that battle, I wonder how much of the money they're taking from these battlers. I guess it's the same amount. Because I watched one lady and she says that's, yeah, it is cheap. Okay, Rob, come on. It is cheap. Oh, I knocked it out today, this morning. I had literally 12 cents today. 12 cents. I said, why even bother? Oh, cracks me up. They totally screwed some of these people that rely on this. I'm having fun. And, if you have a car wreck, guys, that's where I make a connection. If you're out and about and you hear somebody that's had a car wreck and they were hurt and there was insurance, give them my number. Well, Well, that rock holler thank you, Rhonda. Um, that rock holler is making bank. I mean, but he's not making any on these gifts, I don't think. He can't be making any money, and he doesn't do anything else unless he's got an OF account. I mean, I don't know how he makes his money. Maybe Cash App. I saw some guy on here the other day. He had about uh, 18,000 viewers on his live. He's a Democrat talk show guy. He's youngish, got a kind of a churlish face. He's kind of cute, got a little wispy hair, wears headphones. He gets real close to the camera and he's real political. People sending him cash money. His Cash App is popping and just constant gift giving. So I would say this dude making some money. But he's got a huge following. I think he's probably got a couple million followers. I can't remember. I I think that's his name. He's young and kind of snarky. He reminds me of um, David Spade. He reminds me like of a young David Spade. I, I watch him a lot. I mean, I watch him. I like his show. Is that his name? Because I do watch him. I'm just amazed at the number of people. I do own stock. Yeah, you can tell that guy makes some bank. I mean, his lives are popping, but he's got a big following, right? So, you know, you got 18,000 people looking at you. You got 18,000 people looking in on you and they like you and they're giving you gifts and they're throwing you Cash App, cup of coffee or stuff like that. Dude's making some money. I mean, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, it's very good. I'm amazed at people that build the audience like that. I watch him just to see, so maybe I can pick up something. But he's political, and I don't get political much. I do sometimes, but yeah, I don't run my live to do it. I mean, I don't get on here to do that. Yeah. I mean, I don't get on here and beg for money, but now I do want people to support me. Oh, I'd say he don't report at all. You don't have to now. That gig economy now, they done away with that requirement. Trump got done away with that not too long ago. So they don't have to report it. You gotta prove you gotta prove that that vitamin company harmed you. Just because you took a vitamin and then you got sick doesn't necessarily mean that that vitamin company harmed you. The first thing you gotta do is prove that it was the vitamin that hurt you, and that's probably gonna be hard to do. I would say. All right, guys, it's late. Thank you, guys. No, he never did that. Trump never capped a credit card. That's one of those things he said that doesn't mean jack shit. I knew he wasn't going to do that. He can't do that. No, that was one of those things he would just. Trump thinks out loud. Like, if in case you ain't figured that out, he thinks out loud. He don't mean probably a third of the shit he says, but he thinks. And he is the most transparent president we've ever had. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't care if you don't like him, but you know exactly what he's thinking. I don't like it that he does that. It makes me mad, but you know exactly he thinks out loud, and people grab onto it and turn it into a big bullshit because he thinks out loud. And he don't care. That's a whole nother thing. Like, he doesn't care. Yeah, he just needs to shut up. Yeah, he just got shut up. Sometimes he needs to shut his mouth. No, he and that's why I like about him, he's not a politician. He is not a politician. That's part of his charm. It's also the thing that gets him in trouble because he's a bully. He's boorish. He's can be mean. There's no doubt about that. And when you see it, when he is that way, you see it. He don't hide it. If he don't like you, he will tell you. He ain't shy. We've had no other president like him. None. Zero. And I doubt that we'll have another one like him. He's truly different, whether you like him or not. He is a difference maker. Man, look at our border. Our border's closed. Interest rates down, and he's got a great sense of humor. Interest rates are down. Just the just everything that he said he's going to do has come, and all these people that were saying the economy is going to crash, they're all got eggs on their face. You watch CNN, and that dude that gets on there and talks about the poll numbers and the inflation numbers and the interest rates and the border crossings. I mean, and now the Democrats have lobbed onto this ID. Again, it's ID that they don't want ID. 72% of Democrats think that showing an ID when you vote is a good thing. I mean, they're just stupid. All those leaders over there on that other side are stupid. They are just stupid. That ID thing is horrible. I mean, no one. Yeah. Well, no, the voter ID is something that everybody agrees on, and I don't know why the Democrat national politicians believe that that's a winner idea for them. It's a horrible idea for them. They need to move on to something else. Everybody thinks that's a good idea. About 80% of the population think that's a good idea. And how in the world that they think and they can get by with that same old bullshit that it's Jim Crow #2? That's just nuts. They tried that in Georgia and it didn't work. Georgia voted more people in this last election than they ever have. And they did a poll. Like 90% of the people that voted thought they had a good experience, regardless of color. So the Democrats, I don't know where they're getting their polling data that says that's a good idea to oppose a voting ID law. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know. Everybody in Congress has to show ID before they vote. They got to put their damn ID in some kind of card reader before they can vote. So I don't understand it. You got to have ID to you got to have ID to buy a damn library card. Get on a plane, buy liquor. Yeah, I saw that, David, where they passed a voter, like it was last week or something. Like, how do you think that that is a winner position for you? It's silly. It cracks me up. Just it's one of those things that make you want to scratch your head and say, "Are you shitting me?" It's nuttiness. Crazy, I say. Crazy. All right, guys. Yeah. You can't buy cough medicine unless you show an ID. You know, if you go try to buy some Sudafed, you can't buy it unless you show some kind of ID. Drive or fly, gotta have an ID. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Spray paint? I didn't know that. Why did they make you show ID with spray paint? Track graffiti people or what? I've never heard of that. Spray paint? I never heard of that. Oh, huffing. Okay. Okay. Huh. I used to I used to like to smell markers, magic markers when I was little, and paste. Love the smell. Open up a little jar of paste. I loved it. Smelled great. Loved it. Magic markers and that oh, the best smells ever. If you're young enough, if you're old enough to know the mimeograph machines that had the blue ink and you ran them through, and the those mimeographs, and if you're of a certain age, they did that's before printers and copiers and stuff, and so you had to write your tests and stuff. Teachers had to write the tests, and they run them on this machine that had this ink, and there'd be a stack of them. Oh my God. I loved going to the office and getting those for the teacher because they'd be a little bit wet with that ink on it. Oh my God, I'd smell them. Best smell ever. Next to the cafeteria smell. The ink, the ink on those mimeographs. Yeah, I think it causes blindness. I love the smell of that stuff. They never told me about rehab back in the day, but I loved it. When I was a kid, man, and when the teachers had those tests, first thing I'd do, she'd lay my paper down, I'd pick it up and smell it. I'm in Kentucky. Yes, someone wants to know. They were cold. Oh, I used to do the Elmer's glue thing. Oh, they were hard to use. Yeah, absolutely. Those machines were a pain in the ass to use, but God, that ink smelled so good. It did. That's like one of the best smells, you know. But I'm of age where when you went to school, you played with a lot of dangerous shit. They let you play with mercury, the science lab, new books. Oh yeah, crack a book open, and I'm reminded of a smell. Was talking to a client in group the other day, guitars, and he said there's a group. It's like hole sniffers, sound hole sniffers of guitars. But my father played guitar, and I loved it when my father had his guitar. He would keep it in a case. And when he opened up that case, I loved smelling of that guitar odor when it come out of that case because that would smell good and I mean, just smelled really good. It smelled like a brand new piece of furniture every time I opened up the case. And dude was telling me in my group that they call them sound hole sniffers. He said there's a whole Facebook and social media group dedicated to people that like to smell um, the the guitars, which is odd, but it does smell good. Get a chance, and you got a guitar, smell that sound hole. That's what we talked about in my last group class. All right, guys, I got to go. I just got off track on that. Guys, listen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate every one of y'all. Now, remember, I probably most likely won't be here early in the morning. I will be probably having breakfast with my friends about once every 2 or 3 weeks. I eat with a group of friends, and I'm gonna try to head out next week, so I won't be able to see them in a while. You guys, listen. If life and law collide and you don't know what to do, you give me a holler. You can book a call. If you have a car wreck, give me a holler. You don't got to book a call if you have a car wreck. If you know somebody that's been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you don't have to book a call. You can give me a holler on the phone. If you know somebody's been taking Wegovy or Ozempic and their vision is bad, tell them to go to the eye doctor. And if they have a condition called Nion, you can give me a holler. You don't got to book a call. But, but if you, if your life has collided with the law, you don't know what to do, and your ass is in the crack, and you're tired of having this problem, and you're not sure what to do, that's when you book a call. So, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you very much, guys. I will, Inside Zone. Thank you.